Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He has what it takes to go far. He's smart, hardworking, and puts a lot of effort into doing things properly. But the problem is when the going gets tough or when there's too much pressure, he can suddenly back away or shut down instead of pushing through. He might start off strong, talk excitedly about big plans, and inspire people around him.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's likely to get very upset and take it personally. He might react quickly with frustration or even anger, and sometimes he just wants to escape the problem instead of solving it right away. This means he needs some time alone to deal with his feelings before he can move on.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work probably see him as talented and creative, and many might admire his skills and hard work. But he isn't always easy to get along with. He can be blunt or say things in a harsh way without meaning to hurt anyone, which might make some colleagues feel uncomfortable.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He will be happy for your success and will likely show it with real excitement, maybe even planning a fun way to celebrate. Deep down, your achievements don't make him feel small or threatened. He wants you to shine. Mostly, though, he will genuinely cheer you on.
What if you start earning more than him?
He won't secretly resent you or feel jealous if you earn more. He truly wants good things for you and appreciates your achievements. He's not the type to hold a grudge or try to pull you down just because you're doing well. This isn't about you, it's just his way of handling tough feelings.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's quite careful with money and likes to know where things are going, so you won't find him making random or risky purchases just for fun. He believes in planning and keeping things organized, so big splurges or careless spending aren't really his style. Sometimes he might even be a bit too cautious or worry too much about getting everything just right.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't try to show off or pretend to be something he's not. He likes to keep things real and only spends what he knows he can manage. You won't catch him living for appearances or getting into trouble for the sake of looking rich.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He has a kind heart and wants to help people, showing warmth and caring in his own way. When it comes to money, though, he's more careful than generous, always thinking twice before spending or giving. His caring shows up more in how he treats people and listens than in what he spends or gives away.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He prefers to be clear and straightforward about money, not hiding things or keeping secrets from the people close to him. He believes in discussing expenses, plans, and savings so everyone knows what's going on. So you can expect honesty from him about money matters. He's not playing games or being sneaky, just careful and sometimes a little serious.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes that housework should be shared and doesn't see it as only your responsibility. He likes things to be tidy and organized, and he'll want to pitch in to make the home run smoothly. He sees the home as a team effort, so you both can expect to work together to keep things in order.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the type who will actually roll up his sleeves and help with chores and even changing diapers, not just stand around telling you what to do. He takes pride in making sure everything at home runs smoothly, and if something needs doing, he'd rather jump in than just watch. Sometimes he might get fussy about how things are done and want everything just so, but you won't be left handling the load alone.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
When there's a problem or disagreement, he does care about your feelings and wants to understand your side, but he can get emotional or defensive if he feels blamed. Sometimes, in the heat of the moment, he might argue or get upset to protect himself, not because he doesn't value your view, but because criticism stings him. If things get tense, he might pull away for a bit to calm down.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can get overwhelmed and sometimes say things that are sharp or hurtful, even if he doesn't truly mean them. He can lose his temper quickly in stressful moments, raising his voice or being blunt in a way that stings. At times, he might storm off or shut down completely, needing to be alone to cool off.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry very quickly, especially if things feel out of control or he feels criticized. His emotions can flare up fast and he may react with harsh words or by withdrawing instead of talking things through calmly. A partner who can't control his temper can hurt you in ways that last, even if he says sorry later.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it hard to say sorry right away. His first reaction may be to defend himself or even blame you, especially when his feelings are hurt. After some time alone to cool off, he may come back with an apology, showing he does feel bad about what happened. This can be tiring and emotionally draining if it happens often.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He does understand the importance of boundaries and deep down wants to respect your wishes. If you clearly say no, he is unlikely to push you or ignore how you feel. If you ever feel unsure, don't hesitate to speak up. Open communication will help both of you feel safe and respected.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's the type who might take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He can sometimes link how you feel physically with how you feel about him. So if you say no, he may quietly wonder if something is wrong or feel a little rejected. With gentle reassurance and honest talks, he can learn to understand it's about you, not him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with respect and care. Even if he gets upset or angry about something else, he isn't the kind to use your secrets, private words, or intimate times to hurt or embarrass you later. He values closeness and knows how important trust is in a relationship.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is naturally more focused on the person he's with and wants to build a deep, meaningful connection rather than looking around for excitement elsewhere. He values loyalty and the comfort of a trusting relationship, so you can expect him to stay faithful and not get easily distracted by other women. If he ever feels upset or stressed, he's more likely to withdraw into himself than to go seeking attention elsewhere.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not the type to be over possessive, constantly checking up on you, or acting controlling and suspicious. He has his own worries and moods, but he doesn't take them out on you by making big jealous scenes or trying to dictate who you can talk to or what you can do. His focus is more on keeping the peace with himself than trying to control you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective side doesn't really come from wanting to control you. He cares deeply about the people he loves and wants them to be safe and comfortable, but he's not interested in running your life or telling you what to do. He's more likely to support you from a distance than to watch your every move.
Now, on to the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He's likely to see parenting as a team effort, wanting both of you to share in raising the children and handling family responsibilities together. He believes in order and wants things to run smoothly at home, so he will step in and do his part rather than leaving everything to you. If things get chaotic or stressful, he might take a break to calm down. But overall, he doesn't expect you to carry the whole load.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper quickly rather than stay calm. Mistakes and chaos can bother him a lot, and his frustration might show up as raised voices or sharp words. He isn't trying to be harsh, but patience isn't his strongest point, especially when stressed.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support you as both a mother and as your own person. He appreciates hard work and respects your efforts, not just at home but in whatever you choose to do. He's proud when you succeed and wants you to have your own space, interests, and dreams outside of motherhood.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will support your career now and then secretly expect you to quit once a child comes. He honestly respects your ambitions and is proud of your achievements, even after marriage or motherhood. He sees work and family as things you can both manage together, and he values your contribution, financially and personally.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He may struggle to be naturally warm and openly affectionate with your parents, but he will make an honest effort to be respectful and helpful. He might not be the type to chat easily or shower them with attention, but he won't be rude or disrespectful either. Sometimes he could come off as quiet or a bit formal, but his intentions are good. He will try to adjust to your family, especially when it comes to important routines or family values.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's likely to feel upset quickly and may not handle it calmly on the spot. He could react with sharp words, sudden mood changes, or even distance himself to avoid the situation. Over time, he usually calms down and wants to restore harmony, but patience is needed on both sides.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he could be modern and open minded with you in private, supporting your independence and dreams. However, when it comes to family gatherings or being around relatives, he might expect you to play the role of a traditional supportive wife, being respectful, adjusting your ways, and following cultural norms to keep the peace and avoid family drama. If this is important to you, it's best to talk honestly with him about what's comfortable for you so you both can find a healthy balance.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's more likely to quietly stay out of it rather than openly take sides, especially in front of his family. He doesn't like conflict and may avoid getting involved to keep things calm, even if it means you feel alone in the moment. Later in private, he'll listen to your side and offer comfort. but he may find it hard to openly challenge his family or set boundaries on your behalf.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He isn't a full mummy's boy, but he does care a lot about keeping peace in his family, which sometimes means avoiding conflict rather than taking clear sides. If there's a disagreement between you and his mother, he may try to stay neutral or keep quiet, hoping things will blow over instead of standing up for you outright. He wants both sides to get along, so if you need him to set boundaries, clear and gentle conversations together will help him find the courage to speak up.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to run and share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and tends to deal with emotional struggles on his own or by withdrawing rather than involving others in your personal matters. On the whole, you won't have to worry about your private life becoming family talk. He respects those boundaries.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with him means living with a mix of deep care, high energy, and some emotional ups and downs. He's smart, hardworking, and will truly want the best for both of you, stepping up to help at home and dreaming big for your future.